Earth's average temperature has reached a new record high.
Yikes. That means we're seeing the hottest temperatures the Earth has seen in modern times, at least.
Let's get right out to meteorologist Scott Withers for more on what's driving up these temperatures and when they could come back down. Scotty?
Yeah, Jay, this is just unprecedented. I mean, look at that thing. That should not look like this. Not only setting one new record, but setting 3 new records in 4 days. And unfortunately, there's just no sign that this is going to stop. I want to show you the trend lines on the Earth's temperature since 1979. The chart there, you can see it behind me. This displays the average air temperature 2 meters above the planet's surface. Well, that dark black line up there, that is this year. And you can see it started way back there, peaking actually above everything else at the beginning of the year, but really took off July 1st right there. And you can see it's still climbing. Monday was the first new record. Tuesday, the 4th of July, climbed even higher. Wednesday, tied Tuesday. But then on Thursday, we jumped again. The new global average temperature, 63.01 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to show you why this is happening. We've got this excessive buildup of heat all around the equator. Yes, it is summer, and yes, the equator is normally hot, but look at how far these high temperatures reach up into the mid and upper latitudes of the planet. We're talking Siberia is getting temperatures in the 90s right now, and we've had weeks of nonstop heat waves across the southern U.S., across Africa, across Asia, and June was the hottest on record. And all of that heat just built up in the Earth's systems, most of it getting stored right here in the oceans. Look at those water levels. And the sea surface temperatures in June were the hottest on record. Now, because of that, this year's hurricane forecast has actually just been upgraded to above average. So we're going to have more storms than we thought. And the oceans, they help regulate the air temperatures. But when they're this hot, there's just nothing they can do. And that heat in the water is warming the land. Take a look. Higher temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico over here, causing Florida now to have its highest year in recorded history. The temperatures there are about 3 to 5 degrees higher than normal. And the heat records we are setting are not because it's summer. We're seeing this, you guys, because of the Earth storing that heat, because of human-caused climate change and El Nino. In July, you guys, here we go. July is going to be the hottest month of the year in the U.S., followed by August. So we're going to see a lot more of these records throughout the summer.
Guys. Oh, great. Thanks for bringing us such great news, Scotty.
Just when I woke up and saw this morning, shocked.
Yeah.
Wear your sunscreen.
Oh, yeah, you can't not, right? All right.
Exactly.
Joining us now to discuss what this means for Earth is Pam Knox, director of the University of Georgia Weather Network, as well as an agricultural climatologist. Thanks for joining us. So when we hear the record heat is 69.2 degrees Fahrenheit, it sounds like a pretty pleasant temperature, especially, you know, with the heat in Georgia right now. But why should we be concerned by that temp?
Well, keep in mind that's not just the temperature at one location, but that's the average over the whole planet. So really, we're talking about temperatures that range from about 0 degrees to almost 140 in some cases. 140 would be a new record, but still, it's a huge range, and very little of that land is right at the average. And so people are experiencing really warm temperatures in many places, unusually warm, as your meteorologist pointed out, Siberia. Another place that's been really unusually warm is Antarctica, where they're having a lot of problems with melting, and the ocean around Antarctica is unusually warm. You know, it's usually pretty cold this time of year, but it's a lot warmer than we expect. And that is all contributing to this global warmth. And so it's not just at one place, but the fact is that it's covering such a large area. The whole planet is really concerning.
Yeah, hey, Pam, you pointed out Antarctica, and we just found out also that that has right now the lowest sea level ice in history as well because of these heat temperatures. I said July is going to be the hottest here in the U.S. As we move forward, what does all this heat that's built up in the system mean in July, August, September when we're looking at storms, but also just our day-to-day life?
Well, you know, it's usually the hottest time of the year for the northern hemisphere, at least, is July. And so we could expect that the ocean temperatures are going to continue to remain warm. And as you mentioned, I mean, yesterday they put out a new forecast for the hurricanes, and now they're thinking the hurricane season in the Atlantic is likely to have more storms than usual. We've already seen a couple, which is really unusual for this time of year. And so that is certainly going to affect the development of storms. It's competing with El Nino, which tends to inhibit the storms a little bit because there's strong winds aloft. But if you have enough warm water, then that's going to certainly affect things. And of course, all that warm water puts off a lot of water vapor too. So things are likely to be quite humid this year, and that's really uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Now, summer is just starting. Scotty's warning us things are probably going to get worse. In terms of heat records, are we going to see more of them broken?
It would not surprise me at all. I mean, we're still a month away from really when the hottest time of the year is in the Northern Hemisphere. And so likely we're going to see some. I think there's some signs of relief. We've seen some Saharan dust coming off of Africa now, and that does tend to cool off the Atlantic Ocean a little bit. So that's good news, and that it will help to keep the temperatures down a little bit. But that's just one small part of the world as a whole. And so I think these warm temperatures are likely to occur, especially because we're in El Nino, and that means that there's a huge pool of warmer than normal air and water in the Eastern Pacific Ocean, and that can affect the climate around the world.
And so, long term, how should we mentally and physically prepare for these increased temperatures? What should we expect on our bodies and our lifestyle?
We're going to have to get used to dealing with warmer temperatures. It's not going to be all the time. It's not going to be every season, but we're in this creep upward, and it's not going to go away because a lot of the impacts we're seeing now are caused by greenhouse gases that were put into the atmosphere 30 years ago. And so whatever we're putting in now is just going to make things worse. So the number one thing we need to do is reduce putting out more greenhouse gases. And that will hopefully slow the warming that we're seeing. But in the meantime, people have to learn how to adapt to that. That means we're probably going to see more air conditioning, but of course it takes energy to run air conditioning. And so we have to figure out how to deal with that.
Right.
Like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Pam Knox, agricultural climatologist for the University of Georgia. Thanks so much for coming on and talking about this.
Pleasure.